This one won't be quite as involved. I'll leave some of it to you to do on your own. But for 7-year-old Lukas Graham, if we look at the chords chart, so 7 years Lukas Graham chords, we look at the chords, we see there's only 4 chords used, okay? G minor, A sharp, D sharp, F. This is messed up. This is an AI computer issue. A sharp is the same as B flat. D sharp is the same as E flat. So if you're kind of newer to music theory, these are the kinds of things, this is why I say ask me for help, because it makes a world of a difference if you're analyzing this as, this would be 1, 2, 4, 6, whereas B flat would be 1, 3, E flat 6, 7. So it's definitely, this is B flat, this is E flat. Okay, so we have G minor, B flat major, E flat major, F. So if I go over here, what are the chords in G minor? Well, the 1 chord is a G minor chord. Let's see if we can find B flat. There it is right there, B flat major. Whoops, okay. So B flat major is the uppercase 3, and it's uppercase because it's major. Let's see if we can find E flat. Boom, there it is. E flat major is the uppercase 6. And then F should just be one after that, like the alphabet, E, F. Yep, there we go, 7. Okay, so the chord progression of this song is lowercase 1, lowercase I, the 1 chord, then the 3 chord, uppercase, that's the B flat major. Then it goes 6, okay, E flat major, 6, uppercase 7, F, okay? So minor 1, uppercase 3, uppercase 6, uppercase 7. That's the chord progression. Now if we look at the form, this tells us right away. Begins with an intro, and it starts with the chorus. So that's a connection you can make with Maroon 5 Memories. That song also started with the chorus. Okay, so here's your form. Chorus, verse, chorus 2, verse 2, chorus 3, verse 3, chorus 4, and then chorus 5. Bridge, chorus 6, chorus 7, chorus 8. So what's one interesting, unique thing about this song that makes it a little bit different is that the chorus changes the words slightly because we are traveling through time. Once I was 7 years old, go make yourself friends who'll be lonely, blah, blah, blah. Once I was 11 years old, get yourself a wife. 20 years old, before the mud and sun, life was lonely. I was 20 years old. 20 years old, writing about everything. 30 years old, right? 60, still 60, still 60, back to 7 years old. So that is a unique part of this song, is that the chorus is the same because the melody is the same, the chords are the same, the timing is the same, the rhythm's the same. But what changes just slightly, ever so slightly, is the lyrics. And they have to change the lyrics because it's a song that is traveling through time. Okay? And the other interesting part is that the chorus dominates. There's, what did we say, 8 choruses, but only 3 verses or something. So double fact check that for me. But yeah, I think there's 8 choruses, but only 3 verses and a bridge, right? Yeah, 3 verses and a bridge. So the chorus is really the main part of the song, which is the catchy short part where they're talking about the age. So then we can ask ourselves, well, what does the verse talk about? It's a big, big world. But we thought we were bigger, pushing your limits. We were quicker. Smoking by 11? What the heck? I always have that dream, like my dad before me, started writing songs. So, I mean, the notice during the verse, there is no direct statement of, I am this years old. I guess in that first one, I talked about being 11 and smoking. So, there's that. But the melody is different. The chord progression is pretty much the same throughout the whole thing, but the melody is slightly different. Where was verse 3? I see only my goals. I don't believe in failure because I know the smallest voice, they can make it major. I got my boys with me. Yeah. So I don't want to say the verses are like throwaway text. That's kind of rude and dismissive, but it's just kind of like meandering about life. I don't even know what to call the verse. So, but the chorus has a very clear pattern of going up in age and kind of what are the goals and what is life like at this age. And notice it's pared way down. The choruses are pretty much only 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's 5 lines, but 5 lines. It gets a little bit longer. So there you go. From a functional standpoint, we are in the key of G minor, but the other 3 chords are major. So it's this nice mix of kind of like sad and reflective by having our home bass chord B minor, but then all the other chords are major. So it's not, I wouldn't say this is a sad song, but I think that chord progression of always circling back to G minor, always coming back to G minor, definitely helps it have that more reflective and introspective feel, for sure. From a texture standpoint, so that's a synthesizer, okay? Yeah, that's a synthesizer. It's not a guitar or anything, ukulele or anything. Then little bells in the background. I almost feel like that layering of the bells gives it a feeling of little kid, like it almost sounds like a little kid play instrument, a little glockenspiel. Make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, okay, now we're the verse. World, but we thought we were big, still, blah, blah, blah. So, second chorus, now we have some strings added in the background, layered in the background. So it's still probably a synthesizer, honestly, but yeah, the regular piano synth or electric piano synth and the bells, now we have strings in there. Get yourself a wife or you would be lonely. Once I was 11, get me. And then, so that's where we have the drums enter, okay? A little kind of like drums enter, second verse, layering on top. There, boom. Drums go away and fade out. Instrumentation gets pared back. It's still the synthesizer and the voice, but it's pared back, okay, pulled back. Did the drums ever come back? There we go. Boom. The strings re-enter and the drums have a big triumphant re-entry. And then it probably faded out. Boom. There we go. Bam. So when it goes back to 7 years old, it's the same, very similar, not same, but similar texture to the beginning. Drums are gone. Big synthesizer orchestra, big strings orchestra are gone. So I mean, a couple things you could talk about. The lyric choice. Why did they start with 7 years old and end with 7 years old? Kind of that interesting that the chorus, the words, text changes over time. I would also say, so it's a time travel song, right? So what else did they do in terms of instrumentation and texture to help you feel like you're moving through time and the years are passing? And how does Lukas Graham and the producers paint getting older and what that feels like to get older and the challenges you have, and how do they match that with how do they use instrumentation, texture, voice to support that? I mean, if I'm being honest, it's a pop song, so not going to be as deep. But there certainly are some choices. When do the drums come in? When do the drums come out? stuff like that for you to talk about. So hope that helps.